want to take a minute to address just a little bit of last week.
Get the fuck out of my house! Now! Now! Now!
He knew that I had his prints and his DNA and also a witness to his name and the fact that he was there. Help me, help me, help me, help us. That was performance. And realize that I am actually doing something really intentional. And that's fine. My heart is pure and I love all people. And sometimes in trying to prove a point, it just misses the mark. And I missed the mark a couple times, but I'll fix it when the time is right.
The situation is too hilarious. Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. I know I am. I know I'm doing amazing, and you know why? Because so many of you guys have seen this Gabbie Hanna situation so down and seen it kind of unfold. Hey, let me just put a blatant disclaimer. Not once trying to undermine her mental illness, her bipolar disorder, or anything like that, or anything in that rhyme or reary. That's not what I tried to do in my first video, and that's not what I'm trying to do here. I never want to create that type of safe space for people to display bigotry towards mental illness. Never what I'm trying to do. I'm so happy that people actually get it, in the sense that critical thinking, which is my favorite phrase on this channel, critical thinking, right? If we now apply it to what we already know about Gabbie Hanna and as to what she has already displayed in her decades of her being on the internet. I started watching her like her vines in 2014, 2015. If you've seen her, what she's already shown to people, what her character is, you would not be surprised in these 5, 6, 7, 8 part video part series now has posted on TikTok, explaining herself, apologize. I don't even want to call it an apology. Is it even an apology, please? How is this an apology? Because I don't even think I've ever heard the word I'm sorry come out of her mouth. So this 8-part series of her trying to explain what the past couple of days has been.
I want to take a minute to address just a little bit of last week. So yes, I was manic. Never experienced a manic state. I've only ever experienced a hypomanic state. It started with me doing some spoken word poetry and trying to talk about things that I care about, which are homelessness and dying children in the environment, and also talk about the overlap of religion and aliens and mental health and dimensions. Where I feel shit started getting really intense was when that guy came to my door.
First of all, if you guys haven't already seen that whole charade about what happened last week, you should go. I have a video explaining that. But I have a few people who were in my comments and were like,
well, technically Nick didn't break and enter. He didn't break and enter because like he got permission to enter the home.
Are you stupid? Should I now ask you that question? Are you stupid? Are you silly? Are you actually dumb? I need to know, tell me now. Because I'm not going to waste my intellect on you. First of all, I actually cannot stand people who will go out their way to look at a small thing, like a small detail that you said in a point, to see a small detail and blow it out of proportion to try and undermine your entire point. First of all, I'm not the one, and I'm gonna show you as to why. Maybe you need to clean out your ears and hear what I actually said in the video. You borderline broke and entered into someone's home, my guy. That's what you did. I said he borderline broke in and entered her home. I said borderline broke and entered her home, and I stand by that. I would never post anything that I don't stand by. Hello. If you were in a non-stable state, would you be comfortable for someone to knock on your door and try to enter your home under false pretenses in the facade of trying to help you, in the facade of trying to make you feel better, to make you feel whatever, knowing you're not in a good state? Would you feel comfortable in doing that? You tell me that now. Don't be stupid. But yeah, don't spread your stupidity onto my channel, because you don't make sense. You don't make sense. But hello, come on, there are levels to this shit. Like there's levels to this. you need to read a book. You need to read a book, okay? All right. And Gabbie Hanna even said herself, and I actually quite stand by her in this retrospect, because like I said, I'm going to look at all different perspectives of this entire situation. Gabbie Hanna has even said in this 4-part series, a key point she even said is that she at no point felt comfortable with this guy being in her house.
So then I put his name and his face on the internet. So I'm like, there's no way this guy could be that dumb to do something. Like, I feel pretty protected. He followed me upstairs after I very specifically told him to stay downstairs. And that's when I was like, okay, this kid is pushing a boundary. This isn't safe.
She even actively said that there are moments when she was in this manic state, she knew that she had to take it a step further. She knew that she had to make sure that he said his name on camera, make sure that he was touching things, leaving fingerprints, just so in case something happened, everybody would know it was him. She wasn't being absolutely dumbfounded, absolutely gullible in the situation. Do you get what I'm saying? So no way does she feel comfortable. So yes, I'm going to say he borderline broke and entered into her home, because that is what happened. Anyone with more than maybe 3 brain cells would be able to understand that. Okay. In this 4-part series, Gabbie Hanna basically was explaining what was happening, the mess of what was happening last week. Reading the comments and reading like how people were actually ingesting this information of this mess that happened last week and how she is narrating it. I don't think a lot of people are buying it. I don't know, like a lot of people were just like, as in I was seeing quite a few people posting TikToks actively saying, I feel like Gabbie Hanna was lying about her bipolar. I personally don't agree with that. That is a bit mad, Jesus Christ. But I don't think it's that far. What I do feel like though, and I feel like that's what a lot of people are saying, although that we should be sensitive of this topic of mental illness, although that we should be sensitive that of course at the end of the day this is a result of a mental disorder, she has not actually taken any accountability within any one of her videos, which is quite sad. And I can't lie, I have to agree with the people making these points. I have to agree with these comments. These comments are making sense to me. Like, guys, I watched all of these videos and I said, but when do you actually apologize for being overtly anti-black or being overtly offensive to other POC or being overtly disrespectful to other mental illnesses and other mental disorders? When do you apologize for that? When do you apologize to that in any one of these videos? I didn't see that. That's what I was expecting. Of course I was going to expect for her to, you know, give her side of what she thought was happening. But at the exact same time, I was expecting some sort of accountability along the way. I feel like this is the same issue that people had with Murad Morali. If you guys have not seen my takedown on that, you should see that, where he was saying all these racial slurs to whatever. And you know, basically just giving his backstory as to where it came from. Of course, we're gonna maybe like feel sorry and empathetic for you for that, but however, where's the actual accountability? So many people miss the mark. So many people miss the mark when it comes to the actual acknowledgement and accountability of a situation. Walk with me, talk with me. As the apologist, as someone that is trying to apologize, you need to remember the people who you actually offended and disrespected, the actual people that you should be apologizing to. I feel like people forget about that aspect. I feel like people just turn on the camera and like, hey guys, yeah, I mean, like, you guys don't actually apologize to the people you're actually trying to say sorry to. You're just trying to put on a show. Not necessarily that that's what she's doing, but I feel like that's what a lot of these influencers do. Just put on a camera and just are trying to show the world that you somewhat acknowledging what you did because you got caught. Where's the actual apology to the people that you disrespected? I'm not even just talking as, you know, someone that, because she was saying things that were overtly anti-black and anti-POC. I'm also talking about the things that she was saying to other mental illnesses, the things that she was disrespecting about other mental disorders. Even though this whole thing is about a mental disorder, like, do you see the issue? Where's the accountability? I said again, where's the accountability? You cannot say that an apology in any retrospect is good if there is no accountability? It's so simple. I will say it now and I'll say it again. If you don't address what you actually did, if you don't address you actively trying to be overtly anti-black or directly try and undermine other mental illnesses, which she did, if you don't actually acknowledge any of the things that you actually said before then apologizing directly to the people you offended, what the hell? Like, what the hell? There's no amount of she has a mental illness, she has a mental illness, she has a mental illness. There's no amount of that you can say to me that should absolve her from that accountability. You can have a mental illness, a legitimate mental illness, absolutely, but that shouldn't absolve you from accountability. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. I feel like I'm being just so fair. Tell me I'm lying. And you have to remember when you do stuff like this, even if that's maybe not her intention, a lot of people are now going to try and see this as her actively trying to absolve herself from accountability. The majority of her comments throughout all of these videos were, this sounds like an excuse. Where's the actual accountability? What about the racism? What about this? What about that? That's all people want. What the accountability? You could put this all to rest if you actually were accountable for your actions, because you did your actions. You did your actions at the end of the day. You did them. So, but yes, thanks for watching, guys. If you did like this video, please like, comment and subscribe. Let me know what you think about in the comments. I feel like this situation is definitely still ongoing. Gabbie does also go on in her videos and explains how the police just weren't helping, like especially whilst in this manic state. Also that she was a little bit high, but how the police just weren't helping, and I'm just not surprised. Flipping out, the police in that country. If you did like this video, please like, comment and subscribe, and you might as well follow me on my TikTok and of course Instagram, because that's where I found the majority of this information from anyway. But yes, thanks for watching, guys, and I shall see you in the next one.